The night air inside the courthouse was sharp with tension, as though the walls themselves knew a storm was brewing. Fluorescent lights buzzed faintly above the marble floors, casting long shadows across the checkered tiles. A group of officers stood at the security checkpoint near the metal detectors, their voices low and grating, with the kind of laughter that wasn't innocent. In the midst of this sterile, controlled silence, the sound of boots striking against the floor echoed. A steady, confident rhythm. Every head turned. She walked in wearing her uniform, crisp and immaculate, the fabric hugging the strength she carried from years of service. Her name was Sergeant Danielle Hayes, a decorated black woman in her late 30s, her medals pinned neatly across her chest, her military beret tucked under her arm. Her presence commanded respect, not just because of the uniform, but because of the quiet gravity in her eyes that had seen deserts at midnight and soldiers' final breaths. Yet here, in this courthouse, her uniform meant something else entirely. The moment she stepped forward, a murmur rippled through the officers. One of them, a heavy-set man with graying temples, badge glinting under the fluorescent glare, shifted his stance, his hand grazing the baton at his belt. Another smirked, whispering something under his breath that made his partner snicker. Danielle ignored them. She was here for one reason, one case, one truth that needed to be spoken in front of a judge. But before she could reach the courtroom doors, their laughter died into a command. "Ma'am," the first officer barked, his voice laced with false authority, "we're going to need you to step aside." She paused, jaw tightening. "I'm here for testimony. You've seen my clearance." But they didn't see clearance. They didn't see rank. They didn't see the rows of service pins or the weight of her sacrifice. All they saw was her skin. The smirk turned to a sneer. "You're under arrest!" The words hit the marble floor like a gunshot, freezing the air. Her breath caught as two officers flanked her, gripping her arms with hands too eager, too tight. She didn't resist, at first, but as the cold snap of metal cuffs bit into her wrists, something inside her burned. She looked around the lobby where lawyers, clerks, and passers-by stood frozen, watching, silent. Not one dared step forward.